Imagine your mind as a bustling office, filled with experts, each with a unique job. There's the expert who sees and hears everything around you, constantly taking in sights and sounds. Another expert is in charge of memory, storing away important moments and facts for later. A third expert is always thinking ahead, predicting what might happen next based on what's happening now. There's also someone who decides what action to take, and another who keeps track of how well things are going, making sure you're on the right path. But even with all these talented experts, the office would be chaotic without a manager. This manager is the one who brings order, making sure everyone is working together, focused on the same goal, and ready to adapt when things change. In the world of artificial intelligence, this manager is called the configurator. Now, let's introduce another key player, JEPA, or Joint Embedding Predictive Architecture. Think of JEPA as the office's master predictor and explainer. JEPA's job is to build a deep understanding of the world by learning how different pieces of information fit together and what's likely to happen next. It does this by creating a kind of map, a joint embedding, where it can compare what it knows now with what it expects in the future. Let's walk through a day in the life of this mental office, set on a busy construction site. Imagine you're operating a massive excavator. Your perception expert is busy noticing piles of dirt, nearby workers, and moving vehicles. Your memory expert recalls that yesterday, a water pipe was discovered under the ground in this area. The prediction expert, powered by JEPA, warns that if you dig too deep here, you might hit that pipe, not just by guessing, but by comparing the current situation to many similar situations it has learned about before. The action expert suggests you adjust the digging depth, and the critic checks if you're still on schedule for the day's tasks. Here's where the configurator and JEPA work together. The configurator gathers all the reports from the experts, including JEPA's predictions about what's likely to happen next. What are you seeing? What do you remember about this spot? What might happen next, according to JEPA's learned world model? Are you on track? The manager listens to all these voices, weighing their importance. Next, the manager decides what's most important right now. Maybe JEPA's warning about the water pipe is urgent, so the manager tells everyone to focus on safety and precision. The perception expert sharpens their attention on the ground's texture. The memory expert recalls how you avoided the pipe yesterday. The action expert prepares to dig more carefully. JEPA's role is crucial here. It doesn't just make random predictions, it uses its learned map of the world to fill in gaps, imagine possible futures, and help the whole team avoid surprises. For example, if you can't see underground, JEPA can still predict that a pipe might be there, because it's seen similar situations before and learned the patterns. Let's look at another case. Imagine a tower crane operator on a high-rise project. The perception expert tracks the position of the crane's load, the wind speed, and the movement of workers below. The memory expert recalls that last week, a sudden gust caused a near miss. JEPA, drawing on all this data, predicts that with today's wind conditions, swinging the load too quickly could be dangerous. The configurator, acting as the site manager, decides to slow down operations and alert the ground crew, preventing an accident before it happens. Or consider a fleet of autonomous dump trucks hauling debris across a sprawling site. Each truck's perception expert monitors the terrain, the memory expert remembers where soft ground caused problems before, and JEPA predicts which routes are likely to become muddy after last night's rain. The configurator coordinates the fleet, rerouting trucks in real time to avoid delays and keep the project on schedule. Now, picture a concrete pouring operation. The perception expert monitors the consistency of the mix, the memory expert recalls the optimal pouring speed from previous jobs, and JEPA predicts how quickly the concrete will set in today's weather. The configurator uses this information to adjust the pace, ensuring a smooth, even pour and a strong foundation. If something unexpected happens, like a sudden equipment breakdown or a change in the weather, JEPA quickly updates its predictions, and the manager shifts everyone's focus. The perception expert looks for new hazards, the memory expert recalls backup procedures, and the action expert suggests switching tasks or calling for repairs. The manager keeps the team flexible, ready to adapt to new situations, while JEPA helps everyone anticipate what might happen next. This kind of coordination is what makes human thinking so powerful. It's not just about having smart experts, it's about having a manager who can gather information, set priorities, and keep everyone working together, and a predictor like JEPA who can help the team imagine and prepare for the future. In AI, the configurator and JEPA play these same roles. The configurator collects information from all parts of the system, decides what's important, and sends out instructions to keep the system focused and adaptable. JEPA builds a rich, predictive model of the world, helping the system fill in missing information and anticipate what's coming. The significance of this is huge. Without a configurator and JEPA, an AI might be good at one thing, like controlling a single machine or following a simple script, but it would struggle to handle real-world construction sites that require juggling many tasks, switching focus, or adapting to surprises. With a configurator and JEPA, AI can become more like us, able to pay attention, set goals, remember what matters, imagine possible futures, and change plans when needed. Or think about a personal assistant AI for a construction manager. It listens to your requests, remembers your preferences, predicts your needs using JEPA, and suggests actions. The configurator helps it decide when to remind you about a safety meeting, when to suggest a break for the crew, or when to stay quiet because you're in a critical operation. JEPA helps it understand what you might want next, even before you ask. In short, the configurator and JEPA are the secret ingredients that help AI systems act with the flexibility, focus, and adaptability that we associate with conscious thought. The configurator is the mind's manager, and JEPA is the mind's predictor, making sure all the experts work together, so the whole system can think, plan, and respond just like you do every day, even on the busiest construction site.